So there's a trailer for a new Code Geass series called Roze of the Recapture. Right off the bat, I like what I'm hearing, because the title sounds like the old Code Geass. Recapture is a chess term, so it seems like they might be going back to some of the old themes and narratives that made the franchise a success. And damn, that trailer is beautiful. Recapturing is also kind of defensive, it's a counterplay, like a rebellion. I'm already getting a sense of the imagery of our new protagonist, Roze, sitting across a chessboard and getting ready to play with the black pieces. Just like someone we used to know. Speaking of that old friend, there's some speculation about the role that Lelouch is going to ultimately play in this series. He didn't appear in the trailer, but they have nightmares. What's the big deal? Obviously we're gonna have to wait for more information, but we do know it's set after the events of Lelouch of the Resurrection, so let's talk about the idea of bringing him into the story. I'll start by saying that not having Lelouch in the trailer is probably a good idea. If he was too central to the plot, like if he was the main antagonist or something, I don't think that would be enjoyable. And if he plays a background role, he doesn't really belong in the trailer. At this point, Code Geass should try to find a new protagonist that it can sink its teeth into. Someone who can give us the same magic that Lelouch did. Code Geass fans want intricate battle tactics and strategic conflicts of politics. That's the stuff we value even more than the cool robots. If you can give us a show that does that well, we will appreciate it with or without Lelouch. With that being said, I think it could potentially be really cool if he showed up in the series anyway and surprised us. I really think you can't fault them if they want to include their most popular, most recognizable character, and you certainly can't fault fans like me for wanting to see just a little bit more of him. Lelouch brought us the most exciting surprises and miracles, did he not? But I have to imagine that there are fans out there who also think it would be better to have no Lelouch at this point. His story is completed after all. Why run the risk of potentially ruining that by getting him involved in a new narrative, when all of his motivations are already resolved? I get where you're coming from, but I also feel like this perspective is slightly too precious with the legacy of the character. Is there anything they could come up with that would actually ruin the beauty of R1 and R2? Speaking personally, no matter what they do with Lelouch in new material, it's ultimately not going to majorly affect my appreciation of the original series. Please do not take that as a challenge, Sunrise. If I really don't like something new, I'll just plug my ears and pretend it isn't canon in my heart. That's how fans operate. So with that point of view, I really view the announcement of a new Code Geass project with nothing except optimistic excitement. Even if the movies are good and I just don't like what they do with Lelouch, that's still ultimately a good thing because they made a good Code Geass series. Which, I must repeat, a good Code Geass series is one that gives us interesting and surprising tactics and strategy on and off the battlefield. There are other things that I appreciate about the original series, like the general dramatic messiness of Lelouch's personal life, but I don't think a series that lacks some of those other elements would be unenjoyable. What can we glean about the plot of the new show from this trailer? It seems like this will be another dark narrative like Lelouch of the Rebellion. Civilians are getting gunned down in the street, and it feels like being welcomed home. Some of the cast have already been lightly characterized. Roze seems like a plucky protagonist, a bit more active on the battlefield than Lelouch was perhaps, but no less precocious from the vibes he gives off. His brother and de facto sidekick, Ash, is a self-serious Suzaku type. I'm sure he'll be going on about duty or honor or whatever soldiers tell themselves. We have a mysterious girl who hides in the shadows, but instead of green hair, it's pink this time. I don't love all of the new Nightmare designs, but some of them look pretty good, and I'm hopeful that others are gonna grow on me. I'm gonna be honest, it feels like they figured out how to do Code Geass without having to rely solely on Lelouch. Maybe I'm just hyped up for this franchise because I've been playing Lost Stories on my phone for the past couple months. But get active in the comments section. Let us know, are you hyped for a new Code Geass series, or are you not interested if Lelouch doesn't pop up? Or do you, like me, think that the real value of Code Geass is in the essence of Zero? If Lelouch did something stupid in a sequel, like blow Nunnally to smithereens with C4, would that ruin R1 and R2 for you? How do you feel about the name Roze? Was Z of the Recapture a better title? Would you like to see Lelouch as a villain in a future Code Geass? I would love to hear your opinions on these topics and more. Let's talk in the comments. This video is just a quick update so I can discuss this news with the Code Geass fans on the channel, but don't worry because I have been cooking up some proper content for you guys. I've got a Code Geass analysis that I'm about to record when I'm done recording this video, I'm about to go very in-depth on the topic of what makes the magic of Code Geass work, so please stay tuned for that upload. I'm planning to drop a lot of good content for you guys in January, so this Roze of the Recapture announcement seemed like the perfect time for me to announce some content for you guys. I got a video about Anya coming up, I got a video about Geass I'm working on, which is a sequel to the last upload. I've got analysis for Valletta, Shirley, and even Schneisel, who I really haven't had a chance to touch on yet. 2024, we're gonna have some Code Geass content. We're gonna have some Naruto content, some Bleach content. I might mess around and make an Attack on Titan video, who knows? But anyway, thanks for watching to the end if you made it this far, and let us know how you feel about the direction of the Code Geass franchise in the comments.